Hey guys, it's Doug here, coming to you with yet another video helping transform you from pawn to player in this game we call life. In today's one, guys, I'm going to be discussing something a little different than the usual video topic. Today, guys, I'm going to be discussing the books I've been reading, the books that have been overhauling my understanding of the very universe. And I've been enjoying these books quite a bit now, and I wanted to share them all with you because I think anyone who takes the time to investigate and just start reading one of these books is going to be all the better for it. And if you're like me, you're going to really want to read all of these books because I'm not even that big of a reader, but these have just, have lit a fire under me and have really inspired me to start reading because the information is it's a very advanced set of understandings. The whole premise is about ontological mathematics, or the fact that everything around us is actually just math. It's all computer code. If you think of, kind of like the simulation theory is kind of the mainstream understanding of it. And it's actually pretty spot on. And the idea that Source or God, however you want to parse it, is actually thinking math. And because we are all extensions of Source, we are also just walking, talking equations, constantly in the process of solving ourselves. I think that's the exact quote. If not, I'm paraphrasing. But that quote alone just kind of blew my mind in one of these books. And I've just, it's really had my mind racing ever since. But anyway, guys, let's get into the four authors I'm going to be talking about. And the interesting thing about these authors, guys, is they don't actually appear to be human. They appear to be Palladians who are somehow transmitting these books, onto Amazon. And now you guys might be thinking, well, that sounds an awful lot like channeling, Doug, and I thought that at first too. However, you do a little digging, and you see that a lot of these books were published within days of each other. Jack Tanner, one of the authors, just dropped 9 or 10 books in November of 2019, so just about 2 months prior to me crafting this video for you guys. So if you watch it down the road, there's probably even more of these books and probably these massive drops. But if you guys can just comprehend for a moment, like, who could write 10 books at once and just drop them all, it doesn't really seem human, even if someone's channeling this information. It takes so long. I mean, these books are long too. We're talking like 600 some pages. Not all of them are that long. I don't want to scare any of you off. I know for me, I don't like reading long stuff either, but the information is so good that you just kind of get absorbed in and really start to enjoy it. And the information is so advanced and true. But anyway, guys, going back to that idea of them being Palladians, and the way we've figured out they're Palladians is we've done muscle testing. Beverly Nation, a few other people that we trust in terms of their ability to muscle test. We've all got that they're Palladians and they're not currently incarnated in the human form, which when you consider dropping 10 books in one day, it kind of all starts to make sense. Now, we're unsure of the actual mechanics of how can, from another dimension, they drop books onto our website. But I think in time these things will be revealed. But that just makes the books more fascinating. I don't know about you, but the idea that it's not even a channeler, but it's the actual Palladian beings writing these, gets me all excited, to read them. And I really wanted to share that with you guys. Because this is an excitement I think we can all share, and the information is so important to humanity. The other thing, too, is there's a lot of these books. Now, currently, as the time of recording this, there's 98 of them on Amazon, meaning you're going to be able to find there's so many topics. You're going to find something you're interested in, right? But what's fascinating is they've said that they've authored 175 of these books. So, this is my theory or conjecture here, but I believe, because if they're residing outside of time in another dimension, these books are ready to go. And then as humanity needs them most, kind of how the universe always provides exactly what is needed at any given moment. So I think as we reach various intervals, more of these books are just going to essentially materialize on Amazon. However, they are digital-only books as well, which I know I like physical copies. I know a lot of people do as well. But as soon as you get over that, you start reading it, it's like, who cares? It's also very convenient, right? The Kindle kind of reading app is awesome because I can go on my computer if I want like a bigger text, more comfortable reading experience. But then if I'm on the go, I can also just load it up on my phone, and it saves your progress. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Kindle. I'm new to it myself because, like I said, I've always opted for physical books. However, these are currently digital only, which again, if they're coming from the Pleiades, it'd be difficult to get it in physical form, right? So it just lends even more credence to the mystery surrounding these authors. But one cool thing, too, guys, is we've also muscle tested, and they are benevolent beings who are writing these books. However, the information can get pretty challenging, which I actually like. If you're really earnestly searching for the truth, you are going to be challenged because we've just been programmed and we've picked up so much false information over the years that actual truth can seem very challenging. And there's things in there that aren't exactly politically correct, understandings about religion that, might set some people off. However, guys, that's good, actually. The challenge there, when you're challenged by information, it's an opportunity to grow because you get to decide, you get to earnestly evaluate your old belief and the belief that's being offered to you. And you kind of get to see which one actually resonates more. So I really encourage everyone to check out these books and have an open mind. And, you don't have to absorb every word as if it's gospel either, right? I don't think it's possible to write a whole book where every last word is agreed upon by all people. That's kind of what makes this reality interesting, is we all have different perspectives and understandings, and it's how those things merge that we, actually progress as a society. Because it's like, well, hey, I see this, she sees that, and then through that kind of discourse, even better understanding can be reached by both parties. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave links down in the description below to there's 4 authors in total right now. It appears that it's all the same collective of Palladian beings doing it, and these are all just pseudonyms. Adam Weishaupt is a name of someone who lived back in the 1700s, I believe. Either way, it's not necessarily feasible that they're still around writing these books now. It's just kind of a pen name, a pseudonym used by these beings. And for whatever reason, they just picked... I mean, the names, it's Mike Hockney, Jack Tanner, Michael Faust, and Adam Weishaupt. So the names themselves are, kind of the plain, like, Mike and Jack sort of names. So, you kind of get that impression that they're not even the right name. And, that's just kind of to make it more palatable to even more people, right? So I'm totally cool with that myself. But, guys, because I'm just going to keep going on and on. These books are incredible. And like I said, there are currently 98 of them. So I recommend checking out all 4 links. Just looking, see what resonates with you most. There's books on angels. There's books on politics and religion. There's books on, the math, which is, to me, the most interesting ones, because in all of my research and all of the understandings that I've come to, is that, yes, everything is dictated by math in this universe, and even in other universes. There's this kind of underlying logical math. Um, and it gets right into it in the God series, where they talk about how, it almost has to have a rigid structure. Not rigid, but uh, analytical, logical structure. Otherwise, chaos would just be constantly happening if there was no rhyme or reason to anything. But they explain it way better in the book than I could just rambling on a YouTube video, right? But guys, if you're also like 98 books, I don't know where to start. And, you get that kind of analysis paralysis, which is very understandable. I myself sat there and looked at them for a while before I just decided to pick one. I went with the God series by Mike Hockney. There's 32 of them, actually, so you also kind of get a more structured reading list there as well. And those books are just incredible. So that's going to be the top link in the description. I mean, they'll all be labeled, but if you just want to get started right away, check out the God series. It's what I'm currently going through. I mean, there's 32 of them, so I'm not done yet. And then I'm going to hop over to some of the other authors. But I highly recommend you guys checking them out, because I verified through muscle testing that they're all benevolent sources of information. Anyway, guys, that's about it for me. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please check out the books. They're going to really help you out. As always, check out my website, book an energy transfer reset, or an Akashic record reading if you haven't already. Otherwise, guys, just enjoy the content, like the content, share, comment down below with suggestions. Maybe you have book suggestions for everyone who would, benefit from reading some awesome information. I know there's a bunch of junk books out there too. So if you can get some more book recommendations going in the comments, that's great as well. And as always, subscribe if you haven't already, and, share the stuff. If there's someone an avid reader in your life, right, who loves books, maybe just toss some of these their way. See what they think of them, because they are truly mind-blowing, and I've loved every word I've read so far. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. Take it easy, and until next time, have fun out there. That is not the normal outro, but I'll take it. See you guys.